I found this fabulous sweatshirt in my sister's closet. It says Crazy Chiquita on it, and it just makes me laugh that someone would go get this airbrushed themselves. So today we're calling this Life Lessons with Crazy Chiquita. All right, so here's the story, Morning Glories. I wrote a tweet the other day and I wanted to elaborate on it. It was about boys Snapchatting and men calling. So here's the thing. I get a lot of emails from girls who talk about how this guy was Snapchatting them back and forth and sending them flirty emojis and they didn't know how he felt about them and they wanted to know and this and that and blah, blah, blah. Yes, totally. Here's the story. Men will call you if they are interested in you. There's a lot of games going on, this, that, whatever. I'm gonna wait 3 hours to text him back because I don't want to seem overeager, and I'm gonna wait this long to Snapchat back, and he Snapchatted me this, and what does that mean, and blah, blah, blah. It's a lot easier than we all make it. Disclaimer, I get that women are not completely innocent here. I get that both men and women have roles to play in this whole entire thing. But men as the pursuers, as the person who for all these many years is the person who's supposed to ask a woman on a date, they're the ones responsible for the pursuing of the woman. So, is a guy that Snapchats you back and forth and sends you flirty emojis and is really mysterious, is that kind of guy ready to date you? Is he ready for a relationship? No, he is definitely not. Why is that? Because a man who is ready for a relationship, a man who is mature enough for a relationship, mature enough to date a woman as awesome as you, is a man who is mature enough to A, put himself on the line, because it's really hard to put yourself on the line to ask a girl out because you could get rejected. And B, is mature enough to call you on the phone. What does that sound like when a guy calls a girl on a phone to ask her on a date? It's like this. He picks it up, he dials your number, and you get on the line and he says, hi. Let's say your name is Miranda. Hi, Miranda. Hey, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah. You know what? I would really like to get to know you better. Can I take you on a date sometime? You might think, like, that is as impossible as me driving down the street and seeing a unicorn. That would never happen. Well, the other day I was talking to one of my guy friends and he said, oh, I'm going on a date with a girl in the coming days. And it piqued my interest, of course, for you guys. And I said, oh, how did that happen? How did that come to be? And he said, well, I just picked up the phone and I called her and I said, hey, I would love to get to know you better. Can I take you on a date sometime? Ding, ding, ding. There are still men who do that. And this whole playing games thing and back and forth and like, oh my gosh, he sent me a heart eyes emoji. Like, I don't know what that means. I don't know if he likes me or not, but he sent me a heart eyes emoji. Let's stop settling for that. Let's set the bar so that men have to reach it. And it's really hard for men to put themselves on the line. Like, I so get that. And I so respect any man watching. Like, your job is tough. But that's a part of being a man. And that's a part of maturing as a man is, you know, putting yourself out on the line. And guys have to do that in order to grow as a man. In order to, you know, get the gusto that men need to like get through this life. They need to have those experiences. Do I think a lot of girls play games and are super vague about, you know, their feelings when a guy is actually doing it right? Yeah, absolutely. And we shouldn't be playing games either, like at all. And we are guilty of that at times for sure. That is what I want you to know. Men are going to call you and men are going to say, hey, I think you're great and I would like to get to know you better. I want to take you out for dinner sometime, like my friend did the other day. Is that the way it's supposed to go? Yes. Is it hard to find guys that would do that? Yes. But is that the bar that you should stay at? Absolutely. Guys don't all have to be ready for a relationship. Like if they want to play games, whatever, but don't settle for the games. Don't settle for the Snapchats. Don't settle for the flirty emojis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Do you want to date a man? Yes. And by man, I mean just a mature guy who's ready to treat you in the way that you deserve. All right, ladies, this is Crazy Chiquita reporting live from Los Angeles, California. You deserve the best. Stop settling. I love you. Bye.